Welcome to another video tutorial. Today's video, you are going to learn how to perform basic operations on algebraic expressions. And if you are not yet familiar with the basic terms in algebra, I recommend you to pause this video and watch my video on Intro to Algebra, which basically talks about the basic terms used in algebra. The link is provided on the description box. Let us now proceed to the discussion. We are first going to perform the basic operations on monomials, and we are going to start with addition and subtraction of monomials. When adding or subtracting monomials, consider the following steps. The first one is to add or subtract the coefficients of the terms and leave the variables and exponent the same. Another is to follow the same rules as with signed numbers. You have to take note that you can only add or subtract monomials if and only if the terms are alike. Example, 5x plus 4x. Now what we need to do is just to add the coefficient of the terms. This means that we only need to add 5 and 4. Therefore, we get 9x as the sum of these terms. Another, negative 10x plus 3x. Now, in this example, we have to consider the rules on signed numbers. Remember that when positive is added to negative, we get negative as a result. Therefore, we need to proceed to subtraction in this example and copy the sign of the term with greater value. So if we add negative 10x plus 3x, we get negative 7x as the sum of these terms. Another, 8x squared plus 6x squared. Feel free to pause this video and answer this example, and then pause this if you're done to check your answer. So, in this example, no matter what the value of the exponent is, our task is to only add the coefficient. So 8 plus 6 is 14, and therefore, we get 14x squared as the sum of these terms. Another, solve this example. 13x squared minus 7x squared. Again, our task is to only subtract the coefficient of the terms and leave the variables and exponent the same. Now if we subtract 13 by 7, we will get 6 as difference, and therefore, the final answer is 6x squared. Let us now proceed to performing multiplication on monomials. To multiply monomials, multiply the coefficients and then the variables. Use the law of exponent if necessary. According to the laws of exponent, multiplying the same variables is just basically adding its exponent. For instance, if we multiply x squared by x squared, we will get x to the fourth as the product. Example, 2x times 4x. We multiply the coefficient first, that is 2 times 4, which is equal to 8. Multiply the variables by adding its exponents 1 and 1, which is equal to 2. Therefore, we get 8x squared as the final answer. Another, 6x times negative 7x. Feel free to pause this video and solve this example. And if you're done, just unpause this video to check your answer. Now, remember that if we multiply positive to negative, we will get negative product. And so, the answer for this example must be negative. Multiply the coefficient 6 and negative 7, which is equal to negative 42. Multiply the variables by adding the exponents. Therefore, we will get negative 42x squared as the final answer. How about 3y squared times 6y cubed? In this example, we have different exponent. Again, the first thing that you have to do is to multiply the coefficients. That is 3 times 6, which is equal to 18. Multiply the variables by adding the exponent 2 and 3, which is 5. So therefore, we will get 18y to the 5th power as the final answer. Let us now proceed to dividing monomials. When dividing monomials, you divide the coefficients and then the variables. When there are exponents with the same base, the law of exponents says you divide by subtracting the exponents. Example, 10x squared divided by 5x. In this example, we get 2x as the quotient. This is why we divide first 10 by 5 and we get 2. X squared divided by x is just basically x. We subtract the exponent 2 and 1. Another, 4x cubed over 12x to the 4th power. This is just equal to 1 over 3x. Here's why. We divide first the coefficient by simplifying 4 over 12 to 1/3, and we divide the variables x cubed by x to the 4th. We subtract 3 minus 4 and we get -1, and therefore we get 1/3 x raised to -1, but this is not yet the final answer. We need to get the inverse of x raised to -1 to be able to make the exponent positive. So, the inverse of x raised to -1 is 1 over x. We multiply 1 over x to 1/3, that is why we get 1 over 3x as quotient.